So this is a Scottish Cup tie that just will not end, will it? What happened tonight?
No, it's just a disaster for us. We can only apologise to all these people that have been affected by it, but it's really circumstances out with our control. We've never had this problem in the past, and early indications we're getting from the 3 electricians that we had. One was on site within about 2 minutes, and the other 2 arrived within 5 minutes, so we got a quick response, but the early indications we're getting, it may be something external, and it may not actually be something that's contained within the club. It may be something out with or completely out with our hands. That's what was confusing the electricians when they got here. They just they couldn't do their normal way of diagnosing. Whatever they were looking at wasn't making sense to them. We got the training lights back on eventually, but by that time we'd made a quick decision that the game would have to go off. I wanted to make an early decision rather than a later decision. We'd already had people standing waiting for 10 minutes, and I was really conscious of the fact that it's turning to frost. People have got quite a distance to travel. I wanted to get people out of the ground safely, into their cars and away home. Now, I know we've got training lights back on, but you can see it's not ideal, and there was also no guarantee that would continue. So what I didn't want was to restart the match, and then 20 minutes, half an hour later, you're back to square one, and all you've done is just kept people away from their homes safely for another half an hour. So I think, in hindsight, I think we've actually done the right thing. Now, we handed out vouchers to people as they left. These vouchers can be used to come to the rearranged game, which we'll sort out in the next 24 hours. Or if you're not able to come to the rearranged game, there'll be information on the website and social media in the next 24, 48 hours that'll tell everybody just exactly what they've got to do to get their money back. But hopefully, we'll get this done very quickly and we can get back to business as normal.
So basically, there was nothing the club could do about it. It's one of these things, isn't
Correct.
it?
Yeah. I mean, it's never happened before. And David, who's been with the club now since decades, and he's never seen anything like it. It's brand new floodlights. They've only been in 2 years. They're used 7 days a week because of the community aspect of the pitch. So there's no track record to suggest that we had a problem at all. So believe you me, when that lights went off, there was no one more surprised than me sitting there seeing that happen, that's for sure.
Because we had a hold up at kick-off as well with some flares going off.
Yeah.
Has there been any damage to the pitch area?
Yeah, there's a little bit of damage, but that can all be fixed. I'm sure that can be fixed. I don't know. I mean, I think we've maybe had it away back in the day, maybe when we first put the pitch, and I think there was a couple of flares, but I can't remember how we fixed it. But it's regrettable, and the Linlithgow officials are distraught about it, and they've apologised to me, but there's nothing for them to apologise about. It's completely out with their control, and we're not holding them responsible for it. I understand there was some arrests made and stuff, so we just leave that to the police and they'll deal with it.
We understand fans' passions, especially Linlithgow. This is like a cup final to them in a way, but there's limits, isn't there, to what?
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean, I'm not sure if a cup final was, because obviously they had every chance of winning the game. Anyone who saw the first game would realise that we had a game in our hands tonight. So, but yeah, they're passionate, and they've probably just overstepped the mark, and it just seems to be the topical thing. There's more and more instances of this happening now, as you can see from previous games in the last few weeks and stuff, and it's just very regrettable, and it's unsafe, and it's just, you can see the reaction of the rest of the crowd. No one was needing this to happen, and but that's we could have done without it, but it hasn't really had any real effect on what was going to happen. So.
And just finally, just reiterate a discussion on the replay.
Well, everybody's at 6s and 7s tonight, and I'm trying to get everybody away home safely and calmly. That's my first objective, and I think I've got that done. Vouchers have been handed out. And we'll meet again, and we'll talk to Linlithgow, and we'll speak to the authorities, and we'll get this a date published very soon.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
That must be disappointing, to say the least, for you tonight.
Yeah, it's frustrating, obviously with our game being off on Saturday, we had the boys in training last night, preparing for tonight, and for that to happen tonight is a huge disappointment.
You've not had much luck since you started your games. 2 postponements and abandonment.
Well, it's frustrating at times, but there's nothing we can do. Weather, knocks the game out on Saturday. We've had their game tonight abandoned, but these things are set to test you, and at the moment they're doing that.
Looking back, last week you signed a player to the end of the season, Andy Ryan. What could you tell us about him?
Well, I'm sure that when he gets his chance to play, he'll come into the team. He'll add a bit of freshness. He's a young lad, hungry. And he'll add a good bit of energy to the team and hopefully a few goals from now until the end of the season.
Any word on Chris Templeman? I mean, I know you only had him for a couple of weeks, but he's been around for a long time.
I think Big Sanny's been a great servant to the club, you know, and you know we felt it was just for Sanny, you know, there may be a chance that he wasn't going to play regular until the end of the season, and you know Sanny had been saying that he was thinking about the end of the season, you know, this was going to be his last season, so to give Sanny the best opportunity to go and play, you know, a good amount of games between now and the end of the season, we felt it was fair to him to allow him to move on, and hopefully he does as well for Montrose as he did for, you know, in his long spell at Forfar.
Is there anybody else you're looking at in the transfer market to bring
in? We're always looking to improve what we've got. If there's players out there who can improve what we've got, yes. If no, you know, the lads, you know, there's a good squad here. There's absolutely no doubt about that, and I'm sure once we get our first victory and a bit of confidence that you know we'll kick on from that.
So you'll be looking forward to Saturday. Have you any injury worries at all for Saturday's game?
I think we had no injuries in the 6 minutes tonight, so I think we're fine with that one.
Just in general though, there's no...
I think everybody, I think we had a clean bill of health tonight. The only one that you know maybe wasn't 100% tonight was Brian Hodge, but hopefully come Saturday that he will be 100%. He was selected to be on the substitutes bench tonight, and you know, but if he's fit for Saturday, it gives me another headache for Saturday's team.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks.